So we've seen the Yellow Vest week 15. Uh, it had a lot more of a turnout than week 13, which was good, but big turnout for this one, a few 100,000. But and we just look back at what happened on that week 15. We're nearing into week 16 at the moment as well. But there was a huge breakout fight between police and the Yellow Vestas, where the Yellow Vestas were throwing bricks at Riot Police, and Riot Police were, firing tear canisters back to them, and it just had this tiny little skirmish between protesters and police. Another good incident that happened that week, so there was a group of Yellow Vestas that took over and are now, so they're squatting in this giant government-run fitness centre. So they've taken that over, the government fitness centre, but what they're doing is they're housing at least 150 homeless families. So what we see from the brink of this, what's happening, France and most of Europe, they are slowly heading towards a revolution. We've seen with Frexit, from Brexit and other groups against the EU. Even here, there were huge turnouts across Australia. It shows that the people are waking up and, they just can't ignore this anymore. France will eventually overthrow these large institutions, or it will get very bloody. Hopefully, or unfortunately, but possibly, that should spark a response from neighbouring nations from France. Where do you think this will lead?
Well, I think it's a positive development. I think the people, if the Yellow Vest movement is actually starting to assume some of the responsibilities of the French government, like you mentioned, then that the Yellow Vest movement are actually providing shelter and food and water for homeless French people. That's a good step in the right direction.